so grey today, but it seems like it's clearing up. So wonderful. Oh, clear sky. Oh, so wonderful. When it's been grey for a while, you just feel it. It gets real heavy. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Chickens are busy. When it's not frosty, there's so much food for them. Oh yeah. They're busy. Going about their life. They're cleaning themselves. Huh? Oh, I just love animals. They have so much to teach us, I feel. They're so present. So gorgeous. And here we have the little cows waiting for spring. So wet at the moment. Still. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Hey, Holly. They would love to get out. I take them for a walk once in a while. See where we can sit. Yeah. Could sit over here. See what happens. Who's going to be all over the camera. Let's get it right. Get all dirty here. Yeah, life is just so wonderful, and so are you. And just see how we go out here with the animals. Yeah, it's just so wonderful. I don't know where to start, but yeah, I just want to really encourage you to really follow your heart. And I've talked about this so many times, and I think it's something we need to hear. I think I can feel for myself. I've had to hear this many times, and one of the reasons is that we have such low, so little belief in ourselves. We doubt ourselves so much, and that's really, I think, the main problem on earth. That we really, in many ways, we're very lost because we're so used to, we're so conditioned by our circumstances and controlled by society and people around us, and that has, I mean, that old way of being is just so heavy on us still. And this new way of living, which is just starting, apparently all the people who know all about these things, they said it started in year 2012, and it is a different way of being, where we really have to let go of all that, and it's just not, it's not just something you do, because we're meant to live in the light, and we're meant to discover, this might not work, they're so curious. I want to look at the camera. Yeah, that's just shit. We're meant to discover that we are the light. And we're creating a world of light. And that the darkness that we've been in for so long is really just lack of light. That's all it is. It's nothing really in itself, but we've been so used to it that we think it's real, but it's actually not even real because it's so abstract. But all the love and light there is in this universe really is within you and me. We hold the light within us. And it's not just like a beautiful sunny day. It's the light of wisdom, the light of love, the light of everything we need to know is in us. I have to check. I have to remove. Yeah. I'll try sitting in here. It's dry in here. Yeah. So I can really only say what I've experienced in my life, and I can see that's what's so beautiful. When you choose to walk the path of the light, or just you surrender to the light in you, to say, I decide that I believe that I am this beautiful light, and it's shining in me, and I want to open up and let it shine out, and I want to really live my life as I've talked about with the wisdom of my soul. I wish to let my soul take over, and all this beauty in me, let that guide my life. And it's not something, you make the decision and then you start. And of course it takes time for you to really get used to it, and you go back. It's like you still go back into the dark for a while and come into the light. And the more you've been in, I mean, you get better and better at it, just like everything else in life. We become masters, and we see, oh, that's right. 2 years ago this was so hard for me, now it's getting easier and easier and easier. And hopefully these videos I'm making, that's really what I wish, can help you on your journey to really, really anchor this light. Get anchored in the truth that you are. You are this light, and that your life, and to really create this beautiful life for yourself, which is what we do. We are the creators of the beautiful life we wish. It just doesn't come falling down from heaven. Unfortunately. If only it did. Is that shit? Is that shit? Yeah, it's so powerful. Is this fun? Yeah. They like me being in here. I don't come here very often. We're going to share you soon. Yeah, when it warms up a bit. I'm going to have your lovely warm. So what I'm getting so clearly these days is that we have been in a long fight between the light and the dark. So when you really, I can start off saying, how do you know? That's really one of the things that takes time. How do I know that I've stepped into the light and that I've chosen the light, which is chosen your soul? You know it because you feel joyful. You don't always feel joyful, but you have this foundation of joy within you, and it sort of rises up from within. It's its own. Doesn't come from anywhere outside you. It just comes, just bubbling up inside you. You feel joyful and you feel lighter. It's beautiful how the light and being light is the same word, because you feel lighter. You don't feel as heavy as before. And it's easier for you to love. That's another way you can feel it. And your relationship to yourself is much more beautiful. You allow yourself to love yourself. You don't criticize yourself so much anymore. And that's what I feel, the relationships you have with people, you stop blaming people. You simply stop the blaming thing. You can see that maybe your parents were not real great to you, maybe have actually been very critical of you and not kind to you more or less all your life. And you understand that it's not because they hate you or because they're bad people, they're just stuck in their own pain. And so the love that would have been natural for you to have from your mother and father didn't come because they're stuck in their own pain, so they couldn't show it. So you can understand why people are like that. You forgive them. As Jesus says, forgive them because they know not what they do. You feel much more like that. It's okay. So, and your relationships, that's what I feel. You feel with yourself, you wish a loving, that's just my story, you wish to have a loving and honest relationship with people. Honesty becomes very important when you're in the light. You wish to be yourself and with other people. And so you wish the love to flow. You can feel that. You wish the love to be there and you wish the love to flow. So yeah, that's some of the things, and of course you feel much more peace. And as you grow, this grows and grows, and as I said, you're gonna go back and forth many times. But it will grow, the light will grow, the more you stay with it, because you have to, it's not enough that you decide it, you have to stay with it, and that's where prayer is really, as I feel it, that's a necessity. As I felt on my journey, you have to pray. Pray, and it's a prayer of thank you. Thank you, God, that you love me. Thank you that we are always one. Keep praying, because otherwise the darkness keeps pulling you in. So it's a daily, it's not a thing you just decide once. You keep doing it every day. I live for the light. I am the light. I am beautiful. I'm here to shine my light. That's the truth, and that's my truth, and that's the way I want to live. So you keep at it. And so what I wanted to talk about here is the relationships, and well, when you've been in this for a while, see, the problem is that so many aren't in the light. So they're going to think you're strange. They're not going to want to talk to you. And you might lose friends. And you might lose family. But you see, as you go, it has to be like that. Because you can't stand, you can't stand the old way of being. It doesn't work anymore. It's horrible. And the so-called friends weren't even really friends. They were actually not even loving towards you. So you get stronger, and that's one of the things I got the other day. What does God do to make your courage grow? What does He what does He do to us people, or how does He challenge us so that we become courageous? We build our strength. He doesn't do it by leaving little bits of bait, little lollies along every time we do a little thing. There'll be a big lolly for us. He doesn't do it that way. He makes it really hard for us. So we have to really work at it. We have to use all our strength, all our heart, all our mind, all our being to stay on the path. And that way we get stronger. I can feel that with myself. You get stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's not easy, because you very easily get caught in the idea that, oh, I'm all in the light and you're all in the dark, and so I'm better than you. And then you're stuck again. You're actually stuck in the dark. But this time it's tricky because you think you're in the light and you're actually in the dark. So it's not easy. This is not easy at all. Because you're always, with your prayer, you always have to check, am I really in the light? And the way you check is, do I feel this joy and peace within bubbling up?
Do I feel that I am loved and I love who I am, just as I am, with all my mistakes and all my things that I am not very good at? Do I still feel that? Yes, I do. Okay, so you're still in the light. And with people around you who are stuck in the dark, what's been my thing, and I'm going to mention this a few times for you who wish to subscribe about these relationships, because I think it's been so it's been a really big thing, difficult thing for me to learn, but I can see this works. And it's actually people who are in the dark around you, they wish you to feel wrong. They don't want you to be in the light. People in the darkness, you can sense what they're in the darkness when they don't wish you to love yourself. That's a very easy way to know that people are in the darkness. They might look great and do great things to you, all these different things, but you sense that they don't really want you to be free and to love yourself. They don't. They want you to be in a certain way so that they can relax, because they can't actually stand you being free and loving yourself. So that's the way you know. But usually you can feel people who are in the dark, because they have a very heavy energy, and they are carrying on to either enormous fear or a certain degree of fear. They're in fear, and fear is really what keeps their engine going. And focusing on problems and trying to solve problems, and when one problem is solved, the next one's going to come. So that's what they spent all their life doing, and they're definitely not joyful people. So how do you live with these people? Well, you're going to have to, to some degree, you're going to have to live around them, and it's just, you're going to have to ask your heart, who can I stand being around? And I'm going to talk more about this. Some people I just cannot be with for very long, because it just is so uncomfortable. And others, like some close people in my family, they call, or I call them. Usually they will call when they're not drunk, or when they're in a good space. They'll call, and we have a very loving, warm contact, and that's fine for me. That is really the essence of the relationship. The love that was there in the beginning is allowed to flow through these little conversations on the phone, and that's beautiful. I love it. That's enough for me. I don't need the Christmas Eve, the holidays together, whatever people do. There's none of that. So it's very short, but you just sense this person loves me still, and I love them with all my heart. So the love is allowed to flow. That's so beautiful. Yeah, so that person in my life, just I'm mentioning now, and other people who I really ideally love and do not wish to lose in my life, I've said to them, listen, if I feel this, you're not being loving towards me, and you know what, I can't stand it anymore. I've had enough. It's just been going on nearly all my life. I can't stand it anymore. If you wish to have a connection with me, you're going to have to be loving and honest to some degree. Otherwise, I just can't. And I love you, and I wish to be myself with you, and I wish you to be yourself with me. And if you don't want that type of relationship, you can do it with someone else. And I love you there. I'll let you go. Do what is right for you. But I can only do this way. I can only have this type of relationship. That's the way I am. And the people who wish to continue having a connection with me, they understand it. It can be to my children. I've said it to all my children. To my husband. To everyone, really, who's very dear to me. To my mother. To many people. And this works for me. I mean, you might have to say it many times, because the thing is, what I feel is one of my jobs is to help them into the light, just by keep loving them. But to protect yourself, and so that you can survive here in all that darkness, that is what has been necessary for me, to really stand powerful in my power. Say that's what I will do, and that's what I will not do. And whatever you think, it's okay. It's okay with me. So that has really, really, really made me strong. That I feel my power. I feel I'm given all this power because I'm not losing my power on trying to make these people kind when they don't want to. The thing is, these people who are still very much in the darkness, that's why they're not being loving. Deep down, they have decided to be where they are, and they won't move. And they might never ever really step out of the darkness. And that's some of the process for us, to just love them, just accept that this is the way it is. And so, but keep loving them, keep praying for them when you're not with them. Just send them all, see them as these beautiful shining beings. And the light will conquer the dark one day, maybe in many, many years, but it will. And you can sense the people who are stepping more and more out of the dark, they become loving for periods. But the thing is, they can only do it for a certain amount of time, then they have to go back into the darkness and become horrible again, because they're so used to it. They're so used to not being loving. It's uncomfortable for them. It's uncomfortable for them being loving for too long. So you will experience, that's what I experience, that comes in waves. So maybe in the beginning, maybe for a week, they can be really, there's such a beautiful, you can feel their heart, the heart-to-heart contact. And then after the week, it's getting uncomfortable for them being so loving and having all this peace between you, that they go into the darkness again. And it might be half a year before the contact is you're reconnected and you can try again. So, and for many, many years it's been me who's taken up the contact after it's drifted away, and in some relationships I've just said, listen, it's in your hands now. When and if you wish a loving and honest relationship, I'm here. And I love you, and I always love you. I never stop loving you. So it's people's own decision. Do I wish to live for the light? Or do I wish to live for the dark, which means always looking at my problems, what a victim I am. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do about this? And all this darkness, do I want to spend my energy on that, or do I actually want to spend my energy on sending out love to the people who I actually do love, and love myself, because that's really where it starts. If you really, really wish to show love to other people, start loving yourself. It works. It works so well. When you don't love yourself, you can't love other people, really. But when you just allow yourself, and really loving yourself is just saying, it's okay being me. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop all the time correcting yourself. Just be yourself. And you feel, oh, well, I don't have to love myself. I am love. That's who I am. So, it's not really me loving myself. I am love. That's who I am. And when you're in this space, you are in the love and light. You feel the lightness and the freedom and the joy. And slowly, as you work at it, you get the strength. And everything, all the light just expands. You get more and more of it. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. They're my teachers. I'm a little bit cold. She smells so delicious. She smells of cinnamon and orange. So gorgeous. And she has the light in her. The animals, they're all very, very high. They're full of God's light. That's why it's so healing, I feel. It's so healing to be around them, because they're just shining their light. Nothing's stopping their light. It just shines out. Just like they were singing to us, I love you, I love you. I always will love you. And I have met, I'll be talking about that in some of the next videos. I met my first gnome. There's definitely many, I believe, but I've never met one before, but I did about a month ago. I met the gnome who lives in this building. He told me so many things, I can't believe it. It was so beautiful, that experience. And I sent him, and he said he loves her. She is his favorite. He sits with them at night. The gnomes, I'll talk about them. It's nature spirits. You think they're not there, but they are. We think we only believe in the things we can see, but there is so much we can't see, and it's all there. And when you step into the light, you actually clean up yourself. You become very sensitive, and that you will start meeting the fairies and I've met my first one, the gnome. Amazing. Okay, so take care, and this is my last video for January, and you who wish to follow me and subscribe, thank you very much, and it's very special that you're here. And just a second. Bye! Yeah, this is my last video for January, so this is the last free video. And if you wish to subscribe, you can write to me, as I've shown you on the videos. And if you don't wish to subscribe, I just thank you for being you. Thank you for shining your light in this world. And I pray and wish for you that you just feel your light shining brighter and brighter every day. So, take care, my friend. God bless you. Bye.